Today we'll be going through IGCSE Cambridge Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058041 May-June 2016. Question number 1. Christian and Stephanie share some money in the ratio this one. Christian receives $72. Work out how much Stephanie receives. So Christine's portion is this one. So 72 portions are basically equal to 3 parts of the ratio. So we can divide, for example, 72 divided by 3 will be 1 portion. So it will be 72 divided by 3 will be equal to 24. And this 24 will be multiplied by the ratio 2. So this will be resulting to $48 will be share. So Christian spends 45% of his 72 on a computer game. So she's getting $72. So out of 72, 45%. So we can write 45% like this, and of 72. This will be the amount on games. So 45 divided by 100 multiplied by 72. This will be resulting to $32.4. So 32.4 will be our answer. This will be on games. Now Christian also buys a meal for $8.40. Calculate the fraction of $72 Christian has left after buying the computer game and the meal. So if we add these amounts which she has spent these two amounts, 8.4 and 32.4 and plus 8.40. So this is the total amount which she spent, 32.4 plus 8.40, and this is equal to 40.8. So 40.8 she spent out of 72. So 72 minus answer will be equal to 31.2. So 72 minus 40.8 is equal to 31.2. Now we need this fraction. Basically we need to calculate fraction of this. So we can calculate the fraction. So 32.31.2 divided by 72, and this will be equal to 13 over 30. So we can write 31.2 over 72 will be equal to 13 over 30. This will be basically the fraction which we will be writing as our answer. Then Stephanie buys a book in the sale for this much amount. This is the purchasing price. The sale price is after a reduction of 20%. So 20% reduction, and we have to calculate the original price. So suppose original price is equal to X, so directly we can find 80% of that original price, because it's 20% reduction. So we have taken 100 minus 20, which is 80, divided by 100 is equal to this price, 19.20. So we can shift this to other side. X is equal to 19.20 into 100 and divided by 80, and if we calculate this, this will be fraction 19.20 into 100 and divided by 80 will be equal to $24, which will be our answer. B part, Boris invests $550 at a rate of 2% per year, simple interest. Calculate the amount Boris has after 10 years. So we know interest is equal to PRT over 100, PRT over 100. This is basically simple interest formula. So this we will be calculating interest, and this will be, P will be principal amount, which is 550 into rate will be 2%, and duration is 10 years over 100. So this will be resulting to 550 into 2 into 10 divided by 100. This will result into 110. Now 110 is basically the interest. So amount will be equal to principal amount plus interest. Principal amount is 550 plus interest, which is 110. So this will be $660. So $660 will be our answer. Then next question, Marlin invests this much amount, this rate per year in compound interest. Calculate the amount Marlin has after 10 years. Now we have to apply compound interest formula. So this is amount is equal to principal amount into 1 plus r over 100 raised to the power t, time duration, and principal amount is 550. So 550 into 1 plus rate is 1.9% over 100 raised to the power duration, which is 10 years. Now we will calculate this amount, and this figure will be 550 into 1 plus 1.9 over 100, and this will be raised to the power 10, and this will be equal to 663.90. 663.90. This will be the number which we can approximately equalize to 663.96. 63.9 will be our final answer. Then D part, hence invests 550 at a rate X per year, and this is also compound interest at the end of 10 years. Total amount is this one, correct to the nearest cent. Find the value of X. So again we'll be applying the same formula, 1 plus r over 100 raised by t, and this amount is provided 638.30 will be equal to principal amount, which is 550, and 1 plus rate is X. We don't know the rate, so X over 100 raised to the power time duration, which is 10 years. Now we have to shift this. Basically we can write it as 1 plus X over 100 raised to the power 10 is equal to 638.30 divided by 550. This one we have shifted to other side. Now we can get rid of this raised to the power 10, so it will be 1 over X over 100 is equal to 10th root of 638.30 divided by 550, and now we can write on this side. So this will be X will be equal to, first we will shift 1, so 10th root of 638.30 divided by 550 minus 1, we have shifted this one, then we will multiply by 100. So multiply by 100 over here, because this is denominator on this side, so it will go as numerator on this side. So this is basically the number which we have to calculate. So this number will be 100 into fraction, and so this root, 10th root of again fraction 638.30 over 550, and over basically no, so we have done mistake. We have to basically have to take only one term. This will be fraction, and this will be not fraction. Fraction will be inside basically. So we'll take first this one, then 10 here, and inside will be fraction, and this fraction will be 638.30 over 550, and outside we will write minus 1 like this. Now it is correct. So this will be 1.5000, so 1.5 basically this X value will be, rate will be 1.5%, so we can write here X value is 1.5. This is done. Question number 2 is transmission question. Draw the image of image of triangle T. This is triangle T, and I'll move the page so that we can go through the question. Draw the image of triangle T after transformation by vector. This is translation, basically vector. So 5 units right, x value 5 units, so 5 units right and 2 units down. So from here 1 2 3 4 5 units right and 1 and 2 units down. So this point will move over here. So this is 2 units, so 2 units this one and 1 unit this one. So this will be basically the triangle which we can, this is basically translated triangle which we can draw over here. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything. Now draw the image of triangle T after reflection in the line y is equal to 1. Draw the image of the triangle T. Okay, so triangle T, again we have to reflect in the line y is equal to 1. So y is equal to 1 is basically this line is y is equal to 1. So y is equal to 1 is this line, so we have to reflect this. From this line we will be checking 1 2 3 units. So from here 1 2 3 units. So this one, then one more part, this one, then from here we can move 1 2 3 units. So 1 2 3 units. So this one, this will be basically the reflection in the line y is equal to 1. So this is also done. Then part basically 3 part third, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle T onto Q. So T onto Q. So we will rotate the page and check this transformation. So what we can do, we can join these vertices, basically this with this one, and we can join like this, hopefully here. And if we join, we have to extend one more, so up to this one. Then we can see from here also we can join these two vertices, this one and this one. Over here, this is done. Then we can even join the third one if you like. We can join this third one as well, like this. So this will be like this one. So this is enlargement basically. So we can see this is enlargement by scale factor. So this is 1 unit, this is 1 2 3 units. So this is enlargement by scale factor 3 about this origin, and the coordinates of origin are -6 and -5. -6 and -5 are the coordinates. So our answer will be enlargement factor will be 3 and center will be -6 and -5, which we have indicated in the diagram. Matrices question: M is provided, N is provided, P is also given. These three matrices. Work out M plus P. So M plus P we can write like this one. M is 1 3 2 4 and plus P is 1 0 3 6, and we can add them. 1 plus 1 will be 2, 2 plus 3 will be 5, 3 plus 0 will be 3, and 4 plus 6 will be 10. So this will be our answer: 2 3 5 and 10. Then work out PM. So PM, we can write PM is equal to, first we will write P, which is 1 0 3 6, and then we will write M, which is 1 2 3 4. Now first row, first column, this will be equal to 1 into 1 will be 1 plus 9, and then first row second column will be 1 into 2 will be 2 plus 3 into 4 will be 12, so plus 12. And similarly, second row, first column, 0 into 1 will be 0, plus 6 into 3 will be 18. And for second row, second column, 0 into 2 will be 0, and 6 into 4 will be 24, plus 24. So this will be 1 plus 9 will be 10, this will be 14, and then next will be 18, and this one will be 24. This will be our final answer. Then they are saying m mod is equal to n mod. Find the value of k. So m mod, we can write m mod is equal to this into this. So 1 into 4 minus 3 into 2. 3 into 2. So this will be 4 minus 6 is equal to minus 2. So this will be, so after finding this one, now we can find n mod, and n mod is equal to 4 into k, 4 into k minus 1 into 3. So 1 into 3, this will be equal to 4k minus 3. Now according to the condition of the question, this is equal to minus 2. So 4k minus 3 is equal to minus 2. This implies 4k is equal to 1. And this implies k is equal to 1 by 4. So answer will be 1 by 4. Hopefully you got this. Then a C I part, it is matrix basically is provided, described with a single transformation represented by matrix 0, minus 1, 1, 0, and we know this is a 90 degree basically rotation. So we can write here rotation 90 degree anti-clockwise about the origin 0, 0. This will be basically the answer for this one. So how we are reaching to this answer, basically I will explain in separate video in detail, but for the time being mostly students are memorizing this matrix. So you can memorize, or otherwise I will be explaining in separate video how you can reach by I and j vector, basically I, j and k unit vectors. So by unit vectors also we can explain this. That will be a separate video that I will prepare for that. Find the matrix which represents a reflection in the line y is equal to x. So y is equal to x, basically that will be normal identity matrix will be shifted to this one, 0, 1 and 1, 0. This will be our answer, 0, 1, 1, 0. This is basically the answer for this. This will be shifting to this. Now question number, basically this is question number 3a. Students, 200 students estimate the volume V of the classroom, V meter cube of the classroom. The cumulative frequency diagram is provided. This is cumulative frequency, and x-axis is basically representing volume in meter cube, this one. Now find the median. So middle value we have to find. So we'll check the reference for the middle value, and we know this is going maximum up to 200. So we'll check the reference for 100, and if we check the reference for 100, we can draw this reference over here, and from here also we can just draw the reference over here, which is basically this one is basically we have drawn wrong reference. It should be half of 200, which is 100, and we have drawn the reference from 200. So what we will do, we will just again draw the reference from 100, and 100 is over here. So this is 100 reference, and if we check from here, this is coming to 400. So our median value will be 400 over here. Then the lower quartile will be 25th percentile, 25th percent of total, which is 200. This will be equal to 2 and this will be 50. So lower quartile will be at 50. So 50 will be 40, 60 in between that one. So 1, 2.5. So this reference will be 50. From here we can draw the reference line, and this will be over here, and similarly from this side also we can draw. This is 350, so we can write the lower quartile as 350. Then they are saying interquartile. Interquartile is basically upper quartile minus lower quartile, and lower quartile we found here, which is lower quartile is equal to 350, which we found. So upper quartile we will be finding. This is our lower quartile. Now we can calculate the upper quartile. Upper quartile will be equal to 75th percentile of 200. So this will be gone. So this will be equal to 150. So we'll check for 150. So reference for 150 will be in between 140 and 160. So this one is 150 reference. So if we draw basically the line from 150, reference will be over here, and this line if we check from here, so this will be 450 is this one. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So 410, 420. So this line will be 420. So 420 minus lower quartile, which is 350. So we can write 420 minus 350, which is equal to 70. So our answer will be 70. Hopefully you understood this. The number of students who estimate the volume greater than 300. So greater than 300 reference will be this one. This is 300. So we can check the reference for greater than 300 will be this value, which we can draw from here. Basically we can draw that value, and this is 20 and this is 40. So we can write this one as, it's like 28 or so, like we can write roughly around like 30. So if this is 30, so more than this will be 170. 200 minus 30. So we can write here 200 minus 30 is equal to 170. So we can write here 170. So 170 is more than around 170 students will be estimating volume greater than 300 meter cube. Now the 200 students also estimate the total area A meter cube in the of the windows in the classroom. The results are shown in the table. So these are basically the frequencies provided. Calculate an estimate of the mean. So mean, we know sigma fx. For mean we have formula sigma fx over sigma f. This will be equal to basically mean. This formula we will be applying. So we'll be checking for the mid range. This into this will be 60 plus 20 will be 80. 80 divided by 2 will be 40. This one similarly, this will be 160 divided by 2 will be 80. And 250 divided by 2 will be 125, and 150 plus 250 will be 400 basically. 150 plus 250 will be 400, and divided by 2 will be 200. So these are basically mid-range. So this multiply by this, 40 multiply by 32, this one, plus 80 multiplied by 64 plus 125 multiplied by 80, and the last one is 200 multiplied by 24, and this everything will be divided by 200. Okay, so because total is 200, this one, so this will be our mean of the range. So we can calculate this length here. Calculation will have to be careful. 40 into 32 and plus 80 into 64 and plus 100 and plus bracket 125 into 80 and next will be plus 200 into 24 and divided by 200. So this value will be 106. So mean value will be 106. This is done. Second part, complete the histogram to show the information in the table. We can use the table provided. Basically, this is the table provided for the first range 20 to 60. It is 32. So 20 is this one and 60 is this one. So this is 20 to 60, and frequency is basically 32, but we have to take on this side frequency density, and we know that frequency density is equal to what? Frequency density is equal to frequency divided by class width. So this is the formula which we'll be using. So frequency density will be equal to 32 divided by class width is 20 to 60, so it will be divided by 40, and this will be equal to 32 divided by 40 will be equal to 0.8. So we can take 0.8 height, 0.2, 4, 6 and 8 up to this one. So this will be our this one histogram bar for this. So we can draw off this height. This is 20 to 60, so this should be closed bar. So this is basically for this one. Now next is 60 to 100. So 60 to 100 will be this one, and for this will be 0.8 we have written over here, and then comes 60 to 100 is 64. So 64 over 100 minus 60 will be 40, so this will be divided by 40. So 64 divided by 40 will be equal to 1.6. So this will be 1.6. 1.6 height, 1 is this one, so 1.2, 1.4, 1.6 will be this one. So these two marks we have indicated over here. First is up to this one, and second will be this one, and then we'll be closing the bar from the top. So this will be the histogram. Next, 100 to 150. 100 to 150 is 100 to 150. So 100 to 150 will be 100 to 150 is this one, and this will frequency will be 80 and class width will be 50. So 80 over 50 will be equal to 80 divided by 50 will be equal to 1.6. So this will be again 1.6. So this will be 1 will be up to this one, and 1.6 will be so this will be 1.6 up to this one. So by the help of scale we can extend this up to this. So this is basically the separate bar for this 100 to 150. So this histogram is done. This is, so one value 1.6, the other one 1.6, and the last one is 0.8. So we can show even values 0.8, this will be 1.6, 1.6, or even you can write inside also, so that will be okay. Part 3, two 200 students are chosen at random. Find the probability that they both estimate that the area is greater than 100 meters. Greater than 100 meter from the table, if we check, is this frequency and this frequency. This is A is greater than equal. So up this portion is basically greater than. So 80 plus 24 will be 104. So we can write 104 out of 200. This will be our first student, and the second student will be what? Second student will be one less because one is gone. So 103 divided by 1 less of 200, which is 199. This will be the probability. Now to calculate the unsimplified probability, we will multiply 104 by 103. 104 multiplied by 103 will be 10712. 10712. This will be the numerator, and denominator we can write 200 multiplied by 199 is equal to 39800. 39800. This will be unsimplified, and probability mostly we are giving unsimplified. So this is our answer. Question number 4. Calculate the volume of a metal sphere of radius 15 centimeter and show that it rounds to this one, correct to 4 significant figures. The volume of the sphere formula is provided. So volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi and r cube. R is 15, so 15 cubed, and this will be equal to 4 over 3 into pi is this one into 15 cubed, which is this. So this will be equal to this one, and if we take the decimal value, it will be 14137.16694. These are the calculator numbers. So what we can do now, we have to take up to 4 significant figures. So 1 2 3 4. So up to this one we will be taking. So we can write approximately equal to 141, and this is more than 5, so we'll write here 4, and 7 will become 0. So our answer will be 14140. This will be our answer. Now B part, BI, the sphere is placed inside an empty cylinder tank of radius is this one, and height is provided. The tank is filled with water. Calculate the volume of water required to fill the tank. Now this is basically the volume of tank. We can check volume of tank will be equal to pi r square because it is circular. So pi r squared multiply by height, which is this one. So this will be the volume of the cylinder. So this will be equal to pi r is 25, so 25 squared into 60. This will be basically the volume of the tank, and we can simplify this as pi. This will be pi and into 25 squared into 60, and this will be equal to we can write in form of pi. So this one will be the volume of this cylinder. Now we have to subtract volume of this sphere, which we have already calculated. So now we can write volume of water. Water will be equal to 37500 pi minus this one 14140, and this will be equal to minus 14140 is equal to 103669, 103669, which is approximately equal to 104000. So we can write this one 104000 as our answer. The sphere is removed from the tank. Now calculate the depth d of the water in the tank. Now this volume which is in the tank and the sphere is removed, so pi r square height is d, so we can check, we can apply volume will be equal to pi r squared into d. D will be height, so D have to calculate. Volume is this one, 104,000 is equal to, or we can use this number also, so this will be equal to pi r square. R will be 25, so 25 squared into D. So this implies D is equal to 104,000 divided by pi into 25 squared, and this one we can calculate. This number, I'm taking this number as this one calculator number, and this will be divided by, in brackets I will put pi and 25 squared, and this will be equal to basically some error multiplication over here, and this will be 52.798, which is approximately equal to 52.8. so we can, this will be the diameter, height basically, not diameter, height D. This one will be 52.8 centimeters. The sphere is melted down and metal is made into a solid cone of height 54 centimeter. Calculate the radius of the cone. So basically volume of the cone formula is provided. Volume of the cone is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h, and the volume of the sphere, which we know is this one. Volume of the sphere is this one. Basically we calculated volume of the sphere, this one, 14140. So 14140 is the volume of the sphere, which we melted and we changed it to this shape. So height of the cone is provided, so 1 by 3 pi r square, and h is 54. Now we can find radius of the cone by simplifying this formula. We'll be making r as subject, so we'll be writing r square is equal to 14140. This will go as numerator, and pi and 54 will go as denominator. Now this implies r will be equal to root of 14140 into 3 over 54 pi, and this one we can simplify by the help of calculator. So this will be this one, root of fraction 14140 into 3 and divided by 54 and pi, and this will be resulting to 15.81. So 15.81, or three significant figures, we can provide 15.8 as our answer. Calculate the total surface area of the cone and the surface area of the cone. The curved surface area of the cone with radius r and slanting height L is this one. So they have provided the area with the slanting height formula. To understand this one, we can draw a simple drawing of the portion. Basically it will be, this will be like this one, it will be triangular. So cone will be, this will be the triangle which the cone will be making. So this radius is basically, we found the radius in CI part, which is 15.81 centimeters, and this height of the cone is basically provided, which is 54 centimeter. This is also provided in the part 1. Now in this formula they are using L, and L is this one, so we have to calculate this by Pythagoras theorem because this is 90 degree. So we can write L is equal to root of 54 squared plus 15.81 squared. This will be the value which we have to calculate. If we calculate this value, this will be root of 54 squared and plus 15.81 squared, and this will be resulting to 56.266, basically 56.266. And now what we can do, we can use this one, and we can use this one in this formula. So area will be equal to curved surface area. Curved surface area of the cone will be equal to, they have given formula A is equal to pi RL, pi RL. So pi into radius is 15.81, and the L value is 56.266, and this one will be curved surface area. Total surface area will be equal to the base also we have to include, which is circular base, so pi r squared, and pi r squared we can take the value of r squared as 15.81 squared plus this value pi into 15.81 into 56.266. So we can calculate this whole calculation you can do with the help of calculator. So it will be pi into, in brackets, 15.81 squared, and plus this will be pi into 15.81, so in brackets 56.266, bracket close, and we missed bracket over here. So this one, this will be equal to 3579, which is approximately 3580. This will be our answer, 3580 centimeters square, because this is area. Now question number 5, f of x is provided x is not equal to 0. Complete the table. So we'll have to replace the value of 5. If we replace here 5, we'll get 4 plus 5, which is 9. So this will be 9, and if we replace value as 8, this will be 20 over 8 plus 8. So 20 over 8 and plus 8 will be equal to 10.5. So here we will get 10.5. Now we have to basically plot these points, draw the graph over this one provided grid. So first value is minus 10 and minus 12. Minus 10 and minus 12 will be this point, and the second value is minus 8 and minus 10.5. So minus 8 and minus 10 and minus 10.5 will be around here. So this is done. Then minus 5 and minus 9. So minus 5 here and minus 9 also in the middle of this one. So this will be the point. Hopefully you are understanding the plot of this graph. So 3 points we had done. So the fourth point is minus 2 and minus 12. Minus 2 and minus 12 is this one. So it's curving like this. So we can take another value, like for example 3 also we can check added value. If we check additional value of 3, so it will be, we can change here 3 and this will be 3. So this will be resulting to 9.66. So if we take 3, it will be 9.66. So it will be around 10, closer to 10, so around this one. So we can see that it is curving like this. This additional point is basically not provided in the table, but for our understanding we cannot turn from here like this, so we'll have to take curve turn like this one. So we will be turning from here to this one. So when we'll draw, we'll keep in mind that this is our additional point which we have taken. So even you can put cross over here. This is additional point which we have taken. Taking additional point is not an issue. You can take as many as you want, but they require the graph to be perfect. So 1.6 and 14.1. So 1.6 will be over here. 1.6 and 14.1 will be around here. 14.1. Okay, so this one we are putting cross. 2 and 12. So 2 and 12 will be this cross. Then 5 and 9. So 5 and 9 will be in the middle over here. Hopefully you are understanding. Then 8 and 10.5. So 10 and 10.5 will be over here. Got it. Then 10 and 12. 10 and 12 will be this one. Similarly, for this value also we have to check in between. This one will be 3 value. So if we basically we have to put -3 for that one. So for this one we have to replace -3, which we have checked for this. If we replace -3 and also put -3, this will be -9.6. Basically we have taken the correct point, but it should be like a minus value which we have to replace for this. Now for this one we'll be replacing 3 value, which we will be taking plus value which we earlier took, which is basically 9.66. So for 3 we will be taking 9.66. so 9.66 we can take over here. So you can see this is turning like this one. So this is basically the additional point. I'm circling the additional point, which is like this, so that you can understand why we have taken additional point for the smooth curving. So for this one we can draw a smoother curve like this. You can turn the page according to your convenience, and from here we can draw like this. So this is basically the curve which we have smoothly drawn. So without this point it will be like not accurate graph, so better to take this additional point. And this one we can draw a smoother curve from this side as well. So now we can, so this is also almost the smoother curve which we have drawn. So these are done, these both portions are done. Now they are saying using your graph solve the equation f of x is equal to 11. So we will take f of x, basically y is equal to 11. So y is equal to 11 will be in the middle over here. So we can carefully we can draw the line. Y is equal to 11 is this line, and we are getting these two references. I will move the page above so that you can see the reference also. So first reference which we got is over here, which is very close to 2 basically. So we can write as 2.1 basically, 2.1 value. And the second value if we check is basically This is this point. This point is basically very close to 9, or you can say 8.8 like this. So these are two values which we got from this reference and this reference. So hopefully you got this. These values we will provide answer over here, 2.1 and 8.8. Basically even you can take 8 to 8.5 to 9, any value you can take. So D part, k is a prime number and f of x is equal to k has no solutions. Find the possible value of k. So no solutions will be, it's a prime number also, and no solutions. No solutions will be from this point down and from this point, if I'll move the page, so it will be in between this value, because it will not be touching curve in this portion. Up to this one it will not be touching this portion. So prime numbers are, what are the prime numbers? Prime numbers are 2, 3, 5 and 7 are in between this. So we can provide the prime numbers as 2, 3, 5 and 7. For these prime numbers, you can see if we place our scale at prime numbers, it will be 2, 3, 5 also and 7 also. There will be no intersection with the curve. So that will be our solution for this one. The gradient of the graph of y is equal to f of x at the point 2, 12 is minus 4. So write down the coordinates of the other point on the graph of y is equal to f of x where gradient is minus 4. So if we check 2, 12, so 2 and 12 is this one. So they are saying this is minus 4 on this side. So the same gradient, if we move the scale, basically I'll move the page first, this one. Now you can see both the curves. So they are saying gradient is minus 4 at this point, and if we move the scale similar to this one, so basically this will be the point which will be having same gradient, and it will be minus 2 and minus 12. Basically this point will be having same gradient as this one. So we'll write here minus 2 and minus 12. No working is basically required. No need to draw the gradient, but you should try to understand from the graph. Now the equation f of x is equal to x square can be written in this format. Show that p is equal to this and q is equal to this. This is basically completing square question. Otherwise, from the question itself, we can see our main question is giving us equation f of x is equal to 20 over x plus x. Now what we can do, we can write it as y is equal to this one. So this implies y is equal to 20 over x plus x, and they are saying this is equal to x square. So this implies x square is equal to 20 over x plus x. Now we can multiply both sides, this side by x and this side also by x, and this one we can write over here, x cube is equal to 20 plus x squared, and we can shift these to other sides. So x cube minus x squared minus 20 is equal to 0, and so p value is equal to minus 1, and basically they are asking for p value. They are not, minus 1, it's minus 1. They have given basically these values, and q value is equal to minus 20. So this is what we needed to prove. Hopefully you understood this. Part 2, on the grid opposite draw the graph of y is equal to x square and ranges from minus 4 to 4. So the grid opposite is over here. So on this grid we have to plot the graph y is equal to x square. This is the equation. So for 0 it will be 0 at x is equal to 0, y will be 0. So our point One point will be this origin. Second point we can take x is equal to 2. We can take y will be equal to 4. So 2 and 4 will be this point. Then we can take x is equal to 4. We can take 4. So y will be equal to 16. So 4 and 16 will be this point. Then comes x we can take -1. So -1 will be, y will be equal to 1, or we can take directly 2 and 4. So this will be 4. So -2 and 4 will be this point, and x is equal to -4, y will be equal to 16. So this one. So it's like U-shaped graph which is opening upward. So we can plot, we have to plot the graph now. So we can rotate the page accordingly. So like this one, so it will be like this, and turning from here, and on this side also it will be opening upward. So we can plot the curve like this. So try to draw smoother curve with a single line. Okay, so we have drawn almost smoother curve. This is done. Freehand graph you have to plot, and after this one, this is plotted, right? This one x square. This one is basically y is equal to x square, and this is the curve which we have already drawn. So next part, after this one, using your graphs, solve this equation. So we have to check the point of intersection of these two graphs, and we will be checking this reference. This is basically this x value, and we can take x value over here, and this reference is in between 2 and 4. We can take it as 3. So this value x we can write here 3. Then next part 4 is this one. Diagram is provided, not to scale. The diagram shows a sketch of graph, this one. So P is the point, N and 0. This one is point N and 0, and we have to find this value of N. So this is basically 1 mark question, and not much working is required for this. So the direct approach which you can use is calculator, mode 5 and ax cube, so 4. Now from this equation, a coefficient of x square is x cube is 1. So we'll write here 1 and press equal to. X square is -1, so -1 and equal to, and x value is 0, so we'll write here 0 because there is no x involved, and constant is -20, so -20. Then press equal to, and this will be the x1 value, and x1 value is basically 3.0919, and next value will be x2 value, which is -1.0459, like that one, and x3 will be -1.05498, like this one. So these two values we will not be taking because these two values are negative, and our P point is on the positive x-axis. So we'll reject these two values, and this value we can write 3.01. So 3.01, this will be our answer up to 3 significant figures. This is done. Question number 6a. Rectangle is provided, this side is x, the perimeter of rectangle is 80, which is provided, perimeter of rectangle is 80. So it means that half of the perimeter will be these two sides, So 80 divided by 2 will be 40. So it means this side length plus width. Length plus width is 40. So this is x. This will be 40 minus x. We can take this one as 40 minus x. Now they are saying the area of the rectangle is A. So area of a rectangle will be basically area of rectangle will be x into 40 minus x. This multiplied by this will be equal to area. So now we can multiply this. This will be 40x minus x square is equal to A. Now we can shift everything to the side. So x square minus 40x and plus A is equal to 0, which is same equation as we have to show this. Then they're saying when A is equal to 300, solve by factorizing the equation, this one. So A is equal to 300, so x square minus 40x plus 300 is equal to 0. Now to solve it by factorization, we can take help from calculator. So mod 5 3 and coefficient of x is 1, minus 40 is coefficient of x, and 300 is c value, basically constant. So this is giving 30 and 10. So factors we got 30 and 10, basically 30 and 10, these are the two factors. So because we have to show working, this is 3-mark question, so we will not be going for the direct answer. We will be writing steps for our working. X square, we can write minus 30x and minus 10x and plus 300 is equal to 0. We can take this pair and this pair. We can take x common, so x minus 30 and minus 10 common, it will be x minus 30 is equal to 0. So we can write x minus 30 and x minus 10 is equal to 0. So this implies x is equal to 30 and x is equal to 10. So 30 and 10, these will be our two solutions, basically solve by factorization, which we have already solved. So this you can write this one, and basically factors they are asking. So these are basically values you can write, or even you can give factors x minus 3 and x minus 10. These two will be the factors of this equation, but final answer is 30 and 10 because they are asking for x values. When A is equal to 200, solve by using the quadratic formula. So we are bound to use quadratic formula, the equation of this one. So now we will replace x square minus 40x, we will replace A by 200. So this will be equal to 0. We can directly write A is equal to 1, B is equal to minus 40, and C is equal to 200, ABC values. Then x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. This will be the formula in which we will be replacing values, and replacement of values is always in brackets. You will have to use brackets for that one. That will be safer, avoiding mistakes. So b square will be minus 40 square minus 4ac. A will be 1 and C will be 200. This is done. Then divided by 2a. 2 into a is 1. Now rest of the calculation you can do with the calculator. So this will be minus 40 fraction minus into minus 4, and we will solve for the plus first, then we can change sign and calculate for the negative one. So into under root, basically under root minus 40 squared minus 4 into 1 into 200 divided by 2a means 2. So this will be equal to decimal value we can provide, and decimal value will be 16.14. So basically in calculator, if we check, we have written, instead of 40 we have written 4, so we will rectify this lengthier calculation. Always have to be careful. So this one is 40 and this will be resulting to 34.14. This is for plus value. So we can write here x1 is equal to 34.14, which is this value. And now we can take the second value, which will be x2, and we have to change sign. This sign will be changing to negative. So over here, this will be changed to minus, and this will be equal to 5.857. 5.8, we can write 6 up to 3 significant figures. So this will be 34.14 and 5.86. This will be our answer for this part. B part, a car completes a 200 kilometer journey with an average speed of x kilometer per hour. The car completes the return journey of 200 kilometers with an average speed of x plus 10 kilometer per hour. Show that the difference between the time taken for each of the two journeys is this one. So we can form equation which is speed, distance over time. So this will be distance over speed. We know speed is equal to distance over time, and time is equal to distance over speed. This equation we will be utilizing. This is distance over speed is x kilometer per hour, and difference will be this one, 200 divided by, and this time is x plus 10, and this is equal to basically we have to solve this one. We can take LCM of this, which is okay. So what we can do, we can write LCM over here, x into x plus 10, and this will be cancelled. So 200 into this, which is x plus 10, and minus 200 into this, which is 200x. And now what we can do, we can erase this, and we can write this one equal to 200. This multiplied by this will be x, then 200 multiplied by 10 plus 200 into 10 will be 2000, and this is minus 200x, and divided by x into x plus 10. This will be cancelled with this, and our answer will be 2000 divided by x into x plus 10, which is same as this is, which we have to prove, which is basically hours time. Now second part, find the difference between the time taken for each of the two journeys when x is equal to 80. So we will replace x is equal to 80 in this one, so 2000, and give your answer in minutes and seconds, divided by 80 into 80 plus 10. This is what we can do. The rest is just calculation. So we can write this one as 2000 divided by 80 into 90, and this will be 2000 divided by 80 into 90 will be giving us 5/18. And after this one, after reaching this, just press this time button, this one, you will get 16 minutes, so which is equal to 16 minutes and 40 seconds basically. So 16 minutes and 40 seconds will be your answer. This is done. Question number 7. Diagram is provided. Vectors question. Diagram is not to scale. OPQR is a rectangle, and O is the origin. This is the origin. M is the midpoint of RQ, and RQ and PT. RQ and okay, so PT ratio TQ is 2:1. So this is 2:1. So it means this is 2/3 and this is 1/3. This is divided into 3 portions. This is 1 portion, this is 2 portions. And this is 1:1 ratio. This one is half 1/2. This is also 1/2. So OP is equal to P. OP is equal to P. So this will be half P and this will also be half P. And OR is equal to R. So this will be 1/3 R. This will be 2/3 R. Find in terms of P and R in its simplest form MQ. So MQ, where is MQ? This one MQ. So MQ we have written half P, so we can give as half P over here. Hopefully you understood this. I have explained MQ already. This one. Then MT. MT is this one. So MT we can take this route and this route, but this is directing towards upward R. So this will be half P and minus 1/3 R. So half P minus 1/3 R will be answer for this one. Now part 3 is saying OT. OT will be this direction, O to T. So we can take this route P and 2/3 R. So P plus 2/3 R. P plus 2/3 R. This is simple. One more question each. So RQ and OT are extended to meet U. Now we have to extend RQ and OT. RQ. Where is R? Basically R is this one. RQ is extended and OT is also extended. So if we extend this, we can extend like this one, and if we extend OT, we can extend it with the dotted line also or with the solid line as you like. So I'm using the solid line. So this is basically the point of intersection, and find the position vector of U. This is basically U point. Here they are saying find the position vector of U in terms of P and R. Give your answer in simplest form. So for this part, basically if we carefully see, this one is extended to this U and this is also extended, and these two triangles are basically congruent to each other. So this is half P, this will also be half P, and OU unit, this one position vector of U will be OU, and we can write OU is equal to OR plus RQ plus QU. So we can write this one, and OR is equal to R plus this will be P and this will be 1/2 P. So we can write R plus 3/2 P. This will be our answer for this question, R plus 3/2 P. This will be our final answer. Then they are saying MT is equal to 2K minus K column vector, and MT mod is equal to 180 root, and we have to find the value of K. So position, we can write MT vector mod basically will be equal to 2K squared plus this one minus K squared x component square plus y component square root, and this one is equal to 180. This is what they are telling us, which is also under root. So we can cancel roots on both sides. We'll get 2K squared it should be in brackets, plus this one, we can directly write k square is equal to 180. So it means 4k squared plus k squared is equal to 180. This is 5k squared is equal to 180. So k squared will be equal to 180 divided by 5. 180 divided by 180 divided by 5 will be equal to 36. So this is 36. So k will be equal to plus minus 6. And so value of k, for value of k we can take the positive value, which is 6, which is the final answer. Question number 8. Functions. Question f of x is given, g of x and h of x is given. F of x is equal to g of x. So f of x is 2x plus 1 and equal to g of x is x squared plus 4. We can shift everything to this side. So x squared minus 2x minus basically plus 3. 4 minus 1 will be 3 is equal to 0. Now we have to solve this equation. So we can take mode 5 3 and coefficient of x square, coefficient of x, and 3 is constant and it will give us iota format. So we'll have to solve it by other means, not by the calculator. So we can take factors like, for example, basically we did mistake. This is g of 1, not g of x. So g of 1 will be replacing x by 1. So if we replace x by 1 over here, so we'll get 1 square plus 4, which is equal to 5. Now we will get this equation, which is so this will simplify our issue, and this will be written as basically 2x is equal to 5 minus 1, which is equal to 4. So this implies x is equal to 2. So we can write x is equal to 2. Then find the value of f of h of 3. So first we'll find h of 3. So h of 3 will be equal to 2 raised to the power 3, which is equal to 8. Now f of 8, this will be f of h of 3, which is equal to f of 8, which is equal to 2 into 8 plus 1, which is equal to 16 plus 1, which is 17. So 17 will be our final answer. Then we have to find f inverse of x. So f of x is given, which is 2x plus 1. So we can write this as y. So now we'll be making x as subject. So 2x is equal to y minus 1. So x will be equal to y minus 1 over 2. Now we can swap x and y. So y is equal to x minus 1 over 2. So x minus 1 over 2 will be the final answer for this. Find g of f of x. So first we'll find f of x. We are provided with f of x. So g of 2x plus 1 we have to find. This is f of x. Now we will write g of x. So 2x plus 1 whole square plus 4, and we can open square. This will be 4x squared plus 1 squared will be 1 plus 2 into 2 will be 4x and plus 4. Now we can write it as 4x squared plus 4x plus 5. This will be our answer. 4x squared plus 4x plus 5. This will be our final answer. Then solve this equation. F inverse of x is equal to 0.5. F inverse of x we already found, which is in part C, and it is x minus 1 over 2 is equal to 1 by 2 or 0.5. Now we have to solve this equation, cross multiply, and we can write 2x minus 2 is equal to 2. So 2x is equal to 4. So x is equal to basically this will be x is equal to, no, basically that was f inverse of x which we found in C part, but in this part they are saying h inverse of x. So h inverse of x, h of x, first we will take h of x and we will use that one. H of x is basically, h of x is provided as 2 raised to the power x, and we have to use this one. So we can write this one as y is equal to 2 raised to the power x, and this implies we can write x is equal to 2 raised to the power y, and y value is basically this inverse, so we can write x is equal to 2 raised to 0.5, and this one we can solve by the help of calculator. So what we can do, we can write x is equal, or directly we can write 2 raised to the power 0.5 and equal to will be this symbol and x will be this one, and shift solve button for 1, and this will be resulting to 1.41. so 1.41 will be our answer for this part. Then f part, 1 over h of x is equal to 2 raised to the power kx. Write down the value of k. So we know h of x is equal to 2 raised to the power x, so we can write 1 over 2 raised to the power x is equal to 2 raised to the power kx, and this one we can shift as numerator, so 2 raised to the power minus x is equal to 2 raised to the power kx. So we can compare this, so k is equal to minus 1, so answer will be minus 1. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 9. Diagram is provided which is not to scale. The diagram shows us curve with equation this one. A is the point 4 and 0, B is the point 0 and 2. Find the equation of the straight line that passes through A and B. So equation of line which is passing through A and B, basically that equation of line, this will be the line. So in this format, y is equal to mx plus c format, we require the point A is and this one and B is this one. So first of all we can find the gradient, and gradient we can use this basically triangle also. So rise is 2 and run is 4, so m will be equal to 2 over 4 which is equal to 1 by 2, so gradient will be this one, and y intercept is 2, so c value is 2, so we can write y is equal to 1 by 2x plus 2. This will be basically the equation of line, but it is moving, right side is down, so gradient will be negative, so we can put negative over here, so our equation will be minus 1 by 2x plus 2. And then we have to show that a square is equal to 16 and b square is equal to 4. So we can use these 2 points, basically this point and this point, for this value for part second. This is basically 4 and 0, and this point is 0 and 2. If we use this 4 and 0, so at 4 and 0, which is basically point A, this equation will become equation is x square over a square plus y square over b square is equal to 1. So we can put point 4, so it will be x mean 4 squared over a square plus 0 squared over b square is equal to 1. So this implies 16 is equal to a square. And now we can replace point B. So point B is 0 and 2. If we replace this one, this will be 0 squared over a squared plus y is 2. So 2 squared over b squared is equal to 1. So this implies 4 over b square is equal to 1, which implies b square is equal to 4. And this is also done. Now this b part, they are saying the diagram they have provided, p is equal to 2k. This P is 2k and Q is 2 minus k. 2 minus k. So they are above each other are points on the curve. This one, find the value of k. So we have to find the value of k. For this one, we can extend this line, for example, with the dotted line, we can join this. So this is basically x value is 2 over here. So we can replace x value at this point. X value will be 2. So 2 squared over 16 plus y will be y is minus k basically. So minus k, or we can take k square or minus k square, it will be same. So k square over 4 is equal to 1. So this will be 4 over 16 plus k square over 4 is equal to 1. So this will be 1 by 4. So we can write k square over 4 is equal to 1 minus 1 minus basically fraction we have to remove. So it will be 1 minus 1 by 4, which is equal to 3 by 4. Now we can cross multiply. So k square is equal to 3. This implies k is equal to 3 root. So we can write 3 under root. This will be the value of k. Now we need angle POQ. POQ, if we join P and O, this will be the triangle which we will be considering, and they are asking for this angle, basically this one, this complete angle they are asking for. We will consider this upper triangle P. This point basically we have calculated, this is under root 3 and this side is 2. So we can take this over this, opposite over adjacent is tan. So this will be tan inverse of under root 3 by 2, and we have to multiply this by 2 also. So into 2 we can write steps, because this is 3-mark question, so you will have to write steps. So in triangle you can take PO and there's no point S, so we can take S, POS, POS. You can write PS, PS over OS is equal to tan theta, and then you can write it as basically angle POQ is equal to 2 into tan inverse of theta. This one basically tan inverse of under root 3 by 2, you can write directly like this, and tan inverse of this will be equal to what? This will be equal to, we can use the calculator for this one, 2 into tan inverse will be this one of root of 3 over 2. Basically this is without root, so we can write fraction then root of 3 over 2 like this, and this will be equal to 81.78, or we can write 81.8. So 81.8 will be the answer degrees. This is done. The area enclosed by the curve with equation, this is pi AB. Find the area enclosed by this one. Give your answer in form of pi. So from this equation we can figure out that A is root of this one will be 4 and B is root of this one, which is 2. So we can write A is equal to 4, B is equal to 2. So pi AB will be equal to pi into 4 into 2, which is equal to 8 pi. So answer will be 8 pi. A curve mathematically similar to one is in the drawing. One in the drawing diagram intersects the x-axis at 12 and 0 and minus 12 and 0. Work out the area enclosed by this curve, giving your answer as a multiple of pi. So if we apply similar shapes, basically formula which is ratio k factor, we can check for 12 over 4, which is equal to 3. So k, this is length. So for area we are using k square, which is equal to 3 square, which is equal to 9. So we'll multiply this answer 8 pi by 9 and we'll get 72 pi. 72 pi will be our answer for this one. We are done with the paper basically, and hopefully you understood each and everything. I'll be waiting for your comments. Subscribe as TV, also press bell icon so you will be getting intimation, notification for incoming videos as well. Recommend this channel to your class fellows and friends so that they can also get benefit of it. Also introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.